All right, let's get right into it. If you're using IPython, you already know it's a fantastic tool. But what if you could completely level up your speed, your whole workflow, with just a couple of key combinations? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We are unlocking the keyboard shortcuts that will turn you into an absolute IPython power user. Just, take a second and think about how you work right now. How many times a minute do your hands do that annoying little dance, reaching way over for the arrow keys, or grabbing the mouse, or just hammering away on that backspace key? Every single one of those little movements, it breaks your concentration. It pulls you right out of the flow. But here's the thing. There is a much faster way to do all of this, a way that keeps your hands right where they belong, on the keyboard, so your brain can stay focused on the code. And this isn't about memorizing 100 different commands. It's about learning just a few core ones that will become pure muscle memory before you know it.
Okay, so let's start at the very beginning with the absolute foundation, moving around inside your command line without ever, and I mean ever, having to touch those arrow keys. This is step one on our journey to becoming a power user.
Now, check this out, because it's actually super easy to remember. Ctrl-A jumps you to the A, the absolute beginning of the line. Ctrl-E takes you to the end. See? Then you've got Ctrl-B for back and Ctrl-F for forward. You can literally dance your cursor from the start to the end of a super long command to fix one little typo, all without ever lifting your palms. It feels amazing.
So you're zipping around the line like a pro. Awesome. Now, let's build on that skill. Once you can get anywhere you want instantly, the next step is to start editing text with that same kind of surgical precision. This is where we stop thinking one character at a time and start thinking in whole chunks.
And this, right here, this says it all. We've all been there, right? Tapping backspace like a woodpecker because you made a mistake at the very beginning of a command. The new way, one single satisfying press of Ctrl-U, and poof, everything before your cursor is just gone.
What's so cool about these is how they all work together. Ctrl-D deletes the character in front of the cursor. Ctrl-K kills the line from your cursor to the end. Ctrl-U, well, we saw that one, it kills everything before the cursor. But the real magic is Ctrl-Y for yank. It pastes back whatever you just cut. So you can Ctrl-K a chunk of code from the end, jump to the start with Ctrl-A, and Ctrl-Y to paste it right in. And Ctrl-T? Oh, that's just perfect for when you type def as DEF. One key press and it's fixed.
This quote from the source material absolutely hits the nail on the head. Think about it. Backspace moves back and deletes, but you can do the same thing by just going back with Ctrl-B and then deleting forward with Ctrl-D. The moment you catch yourself doing that without even thinking, that's when you know. You've officially leveled up.
All right, so you've mastered moving and editing on a single line. That's huge. But what about that command you ran last Tuesday or 3 weeks ago? This is where things get really, really powerful. We're about to unlock your entire command history and turn it into your own personal, searchable code library.
And the reason this is so amazing is that your history isn't just temporary. It doesn't disappear when you close the window. It's all saved, persistently in a database. That ridiculously complex data import command you spent 20 minutes perfecting last month, yeah, it's in there, and you're about to find it in less than 3 seconds.
Now, we all know the up and down arrows, right? And Ctrl-P for previous and Ctrl-N for next are just the home row versions of those. They're fine. But the real game changer, the one that will honestly change your life, is Ctrl-R, the reverse search.
I'm not kidding when I call this a superpower, because that is what it feels like. Instead of just blindly scrolling up through your history hoping to find something, Ctrl-R lets you instantly summon any command just by remembering one tiny little part of it. Let me show you how it works.
The second you hit Ctrl-R, your prompt completely changes. You get this little message here, reverse I search. That's IPython talking to you. It's basically saying, okay, I'm listening, my memory banks are open, what are you looking for?
And here is where the magic happens. Let's say you're looking for that square function you wrote a while back. You don't even have to type the whole word. You just start typing SQA, and bam! Look at that. Instantly, IPython finds the most recent command in your entire history that matches what you've typed.
But what if that's not the exact one you wanted? Maybe you used square in a few different places. No problem at all. You just hit Ctrl-R again, and it jumps back to the next oldest match. You can just keep tapping R to cycle through every single command that contains those letters. It's incredible!
So let's just break that down one more time. It's 4 simple steps. 1. Activate it with Ctrl-R. 2. Type a part of your query. 3.
cycle through the matches by just hitting Ctrl-r again and again. And 4, when you find the one you want, hit return, and it drops right onto your command line, ready to go.
And just like that, you've got it. In just a few minutes, we've put together a complete toolkit that's going to totally transform how you use IPython. This is really the foundation for becoming a true master of the command line.
So let's put a bow on it. You now have a complete toolkit. You've got your navigation shortcuts so you can get anywhere on the line in an instant. You've got your text editing shortcuts so you can slice and dice your code without thinking. And you've got the command history shortcuts, your superpower for pulling any command you've ever written out of thin air.
The only thing left to do is actually, well, do it. Start building that muscle memory. So I have to ask you, which one of these shortcuts are you going to master first? Just pick one. Focus on it for the rest of the day, and I promise you, you will be blown away by how quickly your entire workflow starts to feel faster and smoother.